Hello and welcome to Captions Live. I am Mara, the community manager here at Captions and your host, and I am joined by Eli.
Hey everybody.
We are so excited to take you through some new updates and changes today. We recently added 18 new languages for AI dubbing, bringing us to 26 languages you can translate your audio and captions to, which is awesome. And we made some changes to how AI dubbing kind of works. You can edit it now. We're going to walk you through it all. And of course, we'll leave time for questions. So please feel free to leave us any questions you have for us in the chat.
Okay, awesome. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
AI dubbing.
Yeah, tell us a little backstory on why this might be useful.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like recently creators like Mr. Beast and others are really trying to translate their videos into hundreds of different languages so that they can reach more audiences, more viewers, make their content more relatable. Not everyone speaks English or whatever their native foreign language might be. And if you don't have a staff of over 100 people, it takes so much time and so much effort to go in and translate your videos and translate your captions. And now with AI dubbing, you can do it with one tap, all in the Captions app. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, I think Mr. Beast's team is over 150 people. So if you don't have 150 employees on your staff of editors and producers, Captions may be a good option. On a similar note, I spoke with a customer, I think last week. It's a fast food chain. They have 1,000 videos that they have for training. So when a new employee comes into their restaurant, they get an iPad, they watch through all these videos in English. They're expanding into multiple countries, specifically Spanish-speaking, French, and German. And they said they needed a way to translate their videos en masse because it would take a lot of effort, a lot of time, and a lot of money to actually reshoot all of that. Talent, producers, videographers, editors. So we're working with them to actually translate those languages, both captions in those languages and auto dubbing into those languages to make it really engaging and really easy to understand. So two really interesting use cases to kind of set the mood for today, and then we're going to show you exactly how to do this yourself.
Awesome. And quick note, if you don't see all 26 languages in the app, make sure you update and you're on the most updated version. Awesome. Yeah. Let's jump in. I also see really quickly, Stanley, you mentioned in the chat that the audio is a little bit off. If anyone else feels like it's too quiet or too loud, let us know.
Yep, should be working. Is it low or is it off?
We'll see. We'll keep going, but if anyone else is having trouble hearing, please write to us in the chat.
Yep, I can hear it just fine.
All right, awesome. Let's jump in. Let's go into AI dubbing.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Awesome. So most customers will have their existing content already on their phone. If you don't, you can airdrop it or send it over. It just needs to be in your Apple photo album, basically. So you can see here I'm on the project section of Captions. So tap on Create, Import, and then choose the video that you'd like to dub. In this case, I know it's this one. It's a nice video of Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling with some cute puppies. We'll play a few seconds.
Were you puppies when you were younger?
I did not. Did you?
I don't know how to lower the register of my voice. I
think we're all familiar with how our voice sounds. So you can also add multiple clips, definitely worth noting. You can do just a single clip, or you can actually put clips in sequence together and do auto dubbing across multiple clips. It will work best if there is a single speaker or two speakers. So I wouldn't suggest having multiple personalities or characters, like dozens. But if you have one person speaking or two people speaking, that'll probably work best. Okay, so here before we continue, we're going to choose the original language that is being spoken. In this case, it's English. But you can see that we have, I think, 46 languages in total. You can search for your language, and kind of a pro tip, if you're speaking multiple languages, tap on other languages, and we'll try to best match the multiple languages being spoken. But in this case, they're both speaking English. Next, you can translate captions or audio. Tap here. The first section will say translation and AI dubbing, and all of these 26 languages are the ones where you can dub. And then down here are captions, translations only. Definitely some in here that we'd like to offer in the future. They're all coming. So if you are a native speaker or want your content in these languages, we are working on it, but for now we have those 26 languages here. So feel free to take a look. You can also go to our help center and search for dubbing. And at the bottom of that page, you'll see all of the languages we support if you'd like to check it out. So we're going to choose Spanish in this case. And very important, if you just leave it like this, translate captions is checked, which means you'll get captions in Spanish. But if you also want the dubbing, make sure you tap translate audio. So this video is about 1 minute. It should take 5 minutes to auto dub. It's definitely an intensive process. So just for the benefit of time, we're going to do a little cooking channel magic, and we're going to go to an already fully baked video, so to speak. But before we show Spanish, I'm going to show you some other languages if you're interested. I have Chinese.
你小时候玩芭比吗？没。你呢？我不懂炸酱第。
So cool.
Yeah. All right, we'll try Japanese.
弱い頃バビやった？やってない。やった？こうは楽する方法わからない。ワクワクして。
Now let's try Arabic, a right-to-left language, which we support. Arabic, Hebrew, and RTL languages are, in general, a little bit harder to support, but we support them.
كنت تلعب بالباربي وانت صغير؟
لا لعبت.
ما بعرف أخفض صوتي.
Pretty cool. Okay, before we do Spanish, I am going to show Portuguese because I've spent time in Brazil, and this accent is just too good. I want to hear it.
Brincou de Barbie quando era criança? Não, cara. E tu? Nem sei como afinar a voz.
Okay, pretty cool.
It's
All right.
so fun.
Yeah.
It really sounds like her too. I mean, that's the coolest part.
Yeah, and if you've been a part of this channel for a while, you'll notice I have a lot of The Rock speaking German. I mean,
It's like one of our favorites.
Mein erster Depressionsschub war da unten in Miami. Du wolltest nicht zur Schule gehen.
I
mean,
love The Rock.
He should be German. I think he was born to be German.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a look at Spanish now, and then this will be the one we use.
¿Jugaste con Barbies cuando eras joven? No. ¿Y tú? No sé.
Awesome. Okay, so you'll notice that if you've been using the app for a couple weeks or a couple months, we just launched this new update with all of the words at the bottom. We've had really amazing feedback that this has been super helpful, and so this is currently rolling out to all customers over the next week, but we think by mid next week everybody should be seeing this. But if you don't see it and you'd like to try it out, send us a message on Discord and we can put you on the early release for that. So what's really cool here is you can scroll through word by word, and if you want to stop on a particular word, let's say to change the spelling, you can tap on edit. You can remove the period, you could whatever you'd like to do. So that's pretty instant.
Mm-hmm.
You can emphasize the word. You can add an emoji to the word, which already has one in this case. You can add an effect. This is a pretty new feature. We've got a fire, galaxy, lightning. This one's super fun. And then you can add a GIF, image, supersize, underline, sound effect, and a few other options here at the end. If you want the word to disappear completely, you can actually remove visibility, and it actually just won't appear, which some people ask about. So those are all the changes you can make to the individual word, and now we're going to talk about the actual editing of the dub itself. So on the bottom left, under the format section, tap on auto dub. You'll see that this says speaker 2, and earlier it says speaker 1. So we're able to identify how many people are speaking in the video. I don't know the maximum number that we support, but we definitely support 2. And so we've got speaker number 1 as Margot and speaker number 2 as Ryan, which is pretty cool to be able to identify. If you'd like the captions to appear earlier or later, just drag your finger left or right, and they'll start earlier in the video. And a little bit later, and it starts right there. Really, really simple. So that's if the timing is off. And I'll talk a little bit more about timing in a few moments, but if you'd like to adjust the timing, it's that easy as a drag. So tap on edit, and here you can actually change the spelling in bulk, kind of sentence by sentence or segment by segment, and you can change the spelling there. And something we don't have for the regular captions, but we do have for autodub, is volume, which is super helpful. So you can adjust the volume of each segment if you'd like. And these two other options, if you'd like to delete the segment completely, tap on delete. If you'd like to hide all, you can hide all. So people often ask, why would you want to hide your captions if that's the purpose? If you'd like to export without the captions and just have the translated video, that would be a good purpose. You could delete them all, but if you'd like to go back, hiding usually works well. You can also duplicate your project, which I don't think we've spoken about too much before, but if you head back here, you can actually go back, tap on the three dots, and click on duplicate. So if you do want to back up, or you do want a version with captions, without captions, that's kind of a nice trick. Okay, so those are the auto dub options. I'm just going to talk about a few more changes you can make to your actual captions and dub here. So number one, style. We have, I don't know, 15 or 20 different styles here. And a recent update, you can see this 88K, 87K, 112K. That's how many projects have been created in the past month using this particular style, which is pretty cool to see. So let's go with an option. I'll try Alcyone. Okay, so it gives you a preview, which is really nice as well. And then you can tap on edit and you can make adjustments and customize to your heart's desire. You can change it to 3 words per line, 4 words per line. You can change your font. You can add a custom font all the way here on the right, alignment, attributes, decoration, and quite literally dozens of other features. I will call out 2. We've got the newest feature is auto movement, which basically just moves it from left to right, up and down, and then auto scale, which makes it slightly bigger and slightly smaller. And you can adjust just how you'd like it. Cool. All right, so that's all the style options. And it takes you to your customized section, so you can see all the previous custom styles I've created as well. And the next, a cool feature that is lesser known is you can change all your colors here. That's pretty well known, but AI color scheme. So you can literally just describe what you'd like your color scheme to look like. And in this case, I'm gonna choose Barbie doll because I wanna see, I wanna match the colors of the captions to the video that I'm creating. So tap apply, close. Let's see how that looks.
Ooh, nice.
Look at that, pink and white. That's pretty sweet. Awesome. All right, so that's, I think, it for auto dub. There's one last feature which I recommend, and I promised I was gonna talk about the timing.
Yes.
So trim. So people often ask exactly, like after it's dubbed, people say it isn't timed up quite as well, or maybe the amount of time it takes to speak the individual word is different in a different language. So long story short, as an example, if the English speaking on this video took 60 seconds and we translated it to Spanish, maybe the Spanish version only takes 50 seconds to speak. So what can you do? You can create more pauses between, or you can slow down the speech, which doesn't make sense either. So we do have a solution for that coming soon, but in the meantime, we recommend trim.
¿Jugaste con Barbies cuando eras joven? ¿Jugaste con Barbies cuando eras joven? ¿Jugaste con Barbies?
So trim allows you to actually cut out all the pauses, and this works really well when combined with auto dub because it'll take out all of the pauses with the dubbing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and preview and trim all these places.
¿Jugaste con Barbies cuando eras Barbie? Fue muy emocionante. Madre mía. Ken Simu and Barbie Isa. Entonces,
okay, I'll just keep going quickly here.
tuvimos que mantener.
Now, when we watch the video, that first segment was taken out, that little music intro, and it just starts right from the beginning.
¿Jugaste con Barbies cuando eras joven? No. ¿Y tú? No sé cómo bajar el tono de mi voz. Es tipo, y estoy emocionado. ¿Estás dentro? Sí. Jugué, pero no estaba loca.
Okay.
Awesome. And this is great for engagement too. If you're posting on Instagram or TikTok, you want your videos to be as kind of short and fast as they can be and as engaging. So this kind of just cuts out any like dull, quiet moments.
That's exactly right. And then combined with our transitions, this is recently updated. You'll notice a slight change here. If you tap anywhere on the timeline, you can choose whenever there's a point, like here is a wide shot to a close, we can split and add a transition. So let's watch that back.
¿Y tú? No sé cómo bajar el tono de mi
Nice.
Nice. So that basically wiped the transition there. So super, super helpful. Cool. All right, I think we covered everything with auto dub. I think one last thing that I may want to mention is you don't have to start with your original video in English. We support the 26 languages from any language to any language that we support. So I have a version of this in Spanish. You could import it That's this most recent version. It's in Spanish. And it still works. You can choose the spoken language, search for your language, and then you still have all your dubbing options. So if you want to have some fun, you can go English to Spanish, Spanish to English, and see how weird the translation gets.
Yeah. See if it stays accurate.
Exactly. Super fun. Okay, so I think we're ready for some Q&A.
Yeah,
if anything came in.
We have some good questions in our chat. Let's see. One related to kind of the future of AI dubbing. Someone is asking, will you be adding lip syncing in the future?
Yes, lip sync, lip dub, whatever you want to call it. We're actually working on lip dub. I did promise to talk about this, but I did forget. So thank you for whoever asked the question. So you've got your original language. You can add captions in a new language. You can dub in a new language. So to help prevent having to use this AI trim, we're working on a technology that will actually move your lips to match the new language so that when you're speaking, it will actually match the new Spanish, new French, new Portuguese, whatever it is. So that should be launching in the next month or two. It's pretty exciting. If you're in the US, we're actually launching a standalone app to kind of test this out called LipDub. If you're interested in learning more, send us a message on Discord. But this is going to be truly incredible, and I think first of its kind for an editor on an iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited. We've been having fun testing
Internally.
it out. Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
Cool. Okay, let's see. We have another question. Ooh, Stanley has a great question. I don't know if we're going to have an answer right now. Do we know what language pair is most often dubbed? I don't know if we have. I mean, we could probably find out for you.
We can find out, but I would have to take a guess. Is Portuguese to English or maybe English to Portuguese? After the US, Brazil is one of our biggest markets. Everyone loves our app. I think we've been top 10 in the photo and video section on their app store for months and months and months. So my guess is it's related to Portuguese. And we've supported Portuguese longer than these other 26. So I think we had 8 languages: Spanish, French, German, Portuguese, and a few others. So okay, that's my guess. We'll get back to you. Do you have a guess?
I would have guessed, yeah, Portuguese or maybe Spanish.
Yeah.
English to Spanish or Spanish to English.
Yeah, probably.
Arabic has also become really popular. So maybe that's a contender for top 5.
I suppose auto-dubbing to English would be the most popular,
Yeah.
considering any language could be dubbed to English.
Yeah.
Okay. First English, then Portuguese. That's my
Yeah.
guess.
We'll get back to that. We'll have an answer
Yeah.
for next week. Another great question from James Hicks, who, shout out, I think you've attended every live stream, so
You're 6
thank
for 6
you.
or 7 for 7.
He is asking a really great question. Will you be able to change the color for each speaker? That's a very popular requested feature.
Yeah, so I think we're calling this like voice isolation. I forget exactly what we're calling
Yeah.
it internally. We are working on the technology. It's 100% possible. It just hasn't launched yet. So we're working on getting our Mac and Windows app out first, and then we're going to start adding in features like that. So I might as well just keep talking about that.
Yeah.
So yes, it's 100% possible. The idea is that speaker number 1 will have this style of captions, let's say red, speaker number 2, blue. It's possible, and I can say pretty confidently we're building it. I just don't have a timeline. So back to desktop. September 12th will be our release date for the Mac app, and then shortly followed by the Windows app. But the way that we're building it is in this really cool technology where it works for all desktop solutions. So if we have any Linux fans on the stream, good news for you. The app will probably be available in Linux. I don't know if we're going to release it at first, but Mac will be out September 12th. We're just 2 or 3 weeks away. And then Windows will likely be shortly thereafter. So we're getting close.
It's coming.
Thanks for your patience, everyone, if you've been a customer for a few months.
And I think we had a question also from Stanley. Where'd it go? Will you add, wait, where was it? Oh, for the PC version, the dubbing time will depend on the performance of the PC, they're asking.
Yeah, great question. So the dubbing right now, the performance is like, everything's happening on your device. We're sending it out to our APIs to do transcription and dubbing and things like that, but it certainly does matter if you're using a 2017 iPhone SE or iPhone 8 with less RAM versus a new iPhone 14 Pro Max. it'll definitely work better and faster on the newer device. I don't know the exact details of what will be done on your computer and what will be done on our own GPUs, but this, and I'm going to guess why you're asking this, is will we support videos longer than 5 minutes is usually the common question. The answer is yes. I just don't have the exact details on maximum length, but we'll make sure that you can caption and auto dub all of your videos in a normal amount of time, whether it's on your processor or remotely using our GPU. So I hope I answered your question. I kind of took it in a different direction, but yes, we'll make sure it works.
Awesome. And then a question, I'm not sure, this is from Nahant's school. You might need to clarify. You asked, would it be possible to translate the same language speech? Right now, it's only possible to translate from one language to a different one.
So
Are they
I'm
meaning like
guessing-
accents and dialect?
Yeah, we were actually talking about this earlier today, maybe like English to English, whether,
Like UK or Australian or,
yeah.
yeah.
We've seen this more often with like Arabic dialects. There's quite a few. So there's Arabic in Saudi Arabia, there's Arabic in Egypt. I know those two are quite different. So we definitely had a lot of requests for accents, dialects, regional, things like that. And we've also heard of people saying like, you know, I'm speaking in this particular language and it doesn't sound at all like me.
Yeah.
I will say the longer your video, the better. We need really at least 15 seconds of you speaking to accurately voice match. So I'd say the longer your video, the higher chance you have of it matching. But yes, absolutely dialects is something we'd love to do. It's not on our next quarter roadmap, but certainly something we want to tackle.
But great question.
Yeah.
And then let's see, we have a few other great questions. We have a couple that are actually a great kind of segue into our feature requests. Someone is asking, I think it was, let me see what's up at the top. Poke Mills, has or will the undo button be added soon? Great question.
Infamous undo, redo. Yes, as I said, a lot of our resources have been diverted to getting this Mac and Windows app out the door. So it is actively being worked on. Again, I don't have a timeline. Really what's happening on the back end is we're creating a way to auto-save the project, which basically solves two problems. One is, what happens if your app crashes or your phone dies or you get logged out for some reason or your internet cuts out? Really, project saving would allow for us to both do the undo redo and ensure that your projects are never lost. So we're basically tackling them together and it will be available. But again, I don't have the exact timeline.
But best thing you can do, be in our Discord and vote on any feature you want in our Canny. Once you vote, you're kind of signing up for email notifications. So you'll find out as soon as we have any information. And we do share all updates in our Discord too. So great place to find out as soon as possible. Another really great question that's also related to a feature request from Mr. Motive. Do we have any ideas of adding stock videos like we do with photos to your video? So kind of like an AI video tool.
Yeah, so a few notes on that. So yeah, B-roll is super helpful. We have it for photos. AI photos is essentially B-roll. If you've noticed, over the past few weeks, we've rolled out Ken Burns effect. So if the image is larger than your actual screen, it will scroll horizontally or scroll vertically, which is really cool. But we absolutely have been asked about video B-roll. Also, definitely on the roadmap. If you go on Canny, tap on the support page, look here at the bottom, it'll say feature request or send us a feature request. And you can search
I think we have like an AI video.
for B-roll. Oh, B-roll video. There you go. So lots of people have asked for it. We have 30. You can click on that up arrow to vote for it. And we'll, as soon as it's available, we'll notify you, which is the purpose of this feature request product we have, which we love.
Awesome. And, oh, I got it. Nahant School kind of explains. So this is a really great point. So you want to be able to record yourself in English and maybe have it fix your grammar or vocabulary. I think we actually have a feature request. Someone was asking about that. Like, could you also save if you always want this word to show as this word or this abbreviation, and a few for like grammar fixes so that it's always showing.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I don't think we have the grammar fix. I will say that if you want to use our script writer that would
Yeah.
actually, I mean, if you want
That's
to
true.
type what you'd like to do, you can put it into your script and it will be written in English, I mean, or actually whatever language is supported here at the bottom. But if you need help with writing in English or writing a script in English, I definitely recommend this script writer. And then once you're done, you click generate script and then record. You can actually record it with our teleprompter. So we're kind of doing a full demo of the app here. But yep, you can type into teleprompter. And then when you click record, it'll actually let you record with the words coming down on the screen. So you can look right at the camera. But related to what you mentioned about the fixing speech,
Yeah.
we're working on a feature that will, if you notice denoise down here, currently removes background noise. We have an update coming in the next week or two where this will be renamed to enhance, and it will actually remove the background noise and it will enhance your speech, and it will actually search and detect for different changes and mistakes made. I said if you flub a word, it will actually smooth it out and fix it for you. So that's also a really cool feature that we're going to release in beta in 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't know if that answers it exactly, but that should help.
Awesome. All right, a couple more questions. Great questions in the chat today.
Yeah.
DJ Alex DB is asking, is it possible to change the position and size of a segment differently from other segments?
Ooh, so happy you asked
also
this.
very, yeah.
We, on my other test device, we have a working prototype of that working. Essentially what it would do is you can actually create keyframes and then you can adjust the positions of the captions in between each keyframe. So this feature that has been long requested is really just on the doorstep. I think should be available, I'm gonna estimate 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks. So yeah, we're really close to that.
Yeah, really exciting. We know that's also been long requested, so we're really, really excited for that one. Another great question, does the dubbing preserve the emotions and tone of the original voice?
I think yes. I mean, it's pretty accurate. You can hear Margot Robbie. The Portuguese one to me was the most impressive, maybe just because I know the accent a little bit better than most, but I mean, we can listen and you tell us.
Brincou de Barbie quando era criança? Não, cara. E tu?
Nem sei como afinar a voz, mano. Tipo, tô nervoso.
Tá dentro, cara. Eu tinha, mas não era fissurada.
I mean, I think it matched pretty
And I
darn
think
well.
to your point, the longer it is, I think the more accurate, the more it will sound like you. We also got a question, a DT was asking, did the voice cloning get better recently? And we did we did just release some updates. So the voice cloning should be pretty accurate.
Yeah, we're on the next version of our model, which is greatly improved. So if you notice any changes, let us know. Yeah, hopefully they're improved.
Another really great question from Mr. Motive. Since the app is mainly used for social media, will a schedule post feature be possible?
We might have to hire you as a product manager. It's not on the roadmap, but it's certainly something we could tackle. We could also potentially integrate with other social media tools that do that already. So if there's a tool that you already use that you like, feel free to add it as a canny request. I think we already have one request to integrate with an existing social media scheduling tool. But yes, I mean, the idea is that Captions is more than just captions. The product has evolved quite a bit. Maybe our name hasn't changed to reflect that, but we love the name. And the core feature is obviously adding captions. But yes, the idea is that you can ideate, write your script, record it, edit it, and post it. And hopefully we're the app that's letting you do everything from beginning to end in your creative process.
And maybe a little sneak peek giveaway. I think we are working on, when you get to the export screen, it'll be easier to just share directly to other social accounts. Maybe not schedule, but we're trying to make it a little bit more smoothly to just direct or post directly to your TikTok or your Instagram.
Yeah.
Or if you're still using Facebook, YouTube Shorts, whatever it might be.
Yeah, and I also will say this prepare social post is probably one of the most hidden but best features we have. So in this case, I'm going to say prepare social post. It's actually going to give me a description that I can copy to my clipboard and paste right into the description. I can copy hashtags, paste. This cuts out, a few minutes of your time if you're posting 10, 20 times a day. This is a really cool feature that most people don't know we have. And we're also going to highlight this in this new export screen we're showing. So it'll be very clear After you're done exporting, where do you want to share it? And then can we help you save some time finishing and publishing?
Awesome.
Cool.
I think we covered most of the questions in
Yeah.
the chat. Thank you all for asking such great questions.
Best Q&A we've ever
I
had.
know, seriously. If we
Love it.
didn't answer your question, or if you think of one later, you can always reach out to me on Discord or reach out to our support. Eli and I are always happy to answer your questions and get back to you as quickly as we can. And also a reminder, if you want us to cover something specifically in our next live stream, in the YouTube description there is a request form. So we're happy to request any topic that you want in the future.
Sure.
And I think that's it. We'll
Yeah.
see you next Thursday.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, bye.